Hare Krishna and welcome to the Bhakti Broadcast. And once again joining me is Anusha Mataji. Welcome Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, and welcome to our listeners of Bhakti Broadcast once again. So excited to do this podcast as we're celebrating so much of festivity during this month, Prabhu, and we're expecting Diwali on Monday. But of course, there is also another big celebration that's already started, and it's the month of Karthik. And I'm sure you have a lot of information to share with our viewers of Bhakti Broadcast.
Absolutely. Today's podcast is actually about the pastime of Damodara, which is about the month of Karthik. And for those of you that don't know, it is a very merciful time, this Damodara period or the month of Karthik. So just to give you some history about it, so the pastime of Damodara, also known as the Damodara Leela, refers to the story of Krishna being playfully bound by the rope of his mother, Yashoda. So Krishna was caught stealing butter and he was feeding it to the monkeys. And then his mother tried to tie him to a grinding mortar. So she found the rope and was always short by 2 inches. So then Krishna, out of compassion, he eventually allowed himself to be tied, because each time she took a new piece of rope, she tied it together, but she found that the rope was always 2 inches short. So this was Krishna playing tricks on her, because he wanted to see just how much she will continue to try and bind him to this mortar. And eventually he allowed himself to get tied. That's how merciful the Lord is, because the devotee did not give up. She continued to try and capture the Lord, and he allowed himself to be captured. So this story is very central to the month of Damodara, also known as Karthika. So it is when devotees commemorate the event by offering lamps and praising the Lord. So just the process of how we actually offer the lamp. So we take a ghee lamp with this ghee in the lamp with a tulsi twig, and we offer it to Lord Krishna. The process of offering the lamp is that we offer it 4 times around the Lord's feet, twice around the Lord's navel, 3 times around the Lord's face, and 7 times around the Lord. So by doing that, by offering the lamp to the Lord, countless amount of sin is actually eradicated. Now this is a very, very important note, because only Krishna or his avatars like Narayana, Vishnu, Balaram, Ramachandra, all those avatars, only those Vishnu tattvas can absolve us from our sins. We as the jivas, the souls, have accumulated millions of sins from many lifetimes, and we are continuing to sin. Now, one cannot go back to the spiritual world with sin. We have to eliminate all the sin and then only go back to the spiritual world. Only Krishna or Vishnu can remove these sins. No other demigod can remove sins or give liberation. Only Krishna and Vishnu, or Narayana basically, can give liberation. So what do we seek? What is the goal of the soul? Liberation is to get relief from birth and death. When one is born, there is sure to be death. It's just a matter of time. Our real goal is to go back home, back to the spiritual world known as Vaikuntha or Goloka Vrindavan. That is the eternal abode. That's where we are all originally from. This material world is temporary. We come here, we may take 1,000,000 billion lifetimes of birth and rebirth, but this is just temporary, because there is no happiness. There is nothing that is permanent here. Where we are originally from, which is the spiritual world, there is no suffering. There is no rent to pay. There is no hunger, no thirst. Just unlimited pastimes with the Supreme Lord Krishna or Lord Vishnu. So turning a lamp, which means offering a ghee lamp to Krishna in this month, during the Karthik time, eradicates millions of lifetimes of sin. And Krishna is so merciful that just offering the lamp just once, he takes out millions of sins from you. That is how merciful He is during this time. So take advantage of this time and offer Him a lamb. And what's also important about this month is that whatever you do in this month is multiplied 1,000 times. Okay? Now that can be a pro and a con. I'll tell you how. So if you had to donate, for example, a loaf of bread to somebody, it's equivalent of donating 1,000 loaves of bread. Okay? But if you had to do harm to somebody, it's equivalent of doing 1,000 times harm to somebody. So you must be very, very careful in this month, because whatever you do, the good and the bad, is multiplied 1,000 times. So be very, very careful. Protect your devotional service during this time. Always increase your devotional activities. Chant more rounds, because the more rounds you chant, it is multiplied 1,000 times. So you chant one round. One devotee told me, this amazing devotee told me, you chant one round, it's as good as chanting 1,000 times. 1,000 rounds. So it's really, really amazing. Okay? Take some good devotee association, because with great devotee association, we think about Krishna. And in the Bhagavad Gita, in chapter 18, Krishna tells Arjuna the most confidential knowledge, which is always think about Krishna. That's all we need to do. Chant His name and always think about Krishna. And in the association, in the company of devotees, we will always think about Krishna, because we only talk about Krishna. Devotees only talk about Krishna. They don't talk about anything else. They only talk about Krishna because that is their only business. So that is the wonderful time of Karthik.
Yes, wow, wonderful, Prabhu. So it suffice to say that, the month of lights is definitely upon us, because Diwali and Karthik falls in this around this time. And also, it's sort of like a bonus run, that the Lord is giving you this 1 month, and He's saying to you, I'm merciful, there it is. I'm giving you an extra opportunity to come and get closer to me. And the act shows that God can only be bounded by pure love and by and not by strength and rule. Also, Prabhu, this auspicious month celebrates the power of love between the Lord and His devotees. So, like you very rightfully said, we should take this month, with a lot of energy, and make the best of it, and create a lot of bhakti, and attract the Lord Damodara as much as we can. Also, that the run up to during Karthik is the celebration of the Diwali, and thereafter we have the celebration of the Govardhan.